Hey my little minnows, this is Jamie the Best Girl Crafts, and I've had a request on how I do my putty. So I'm going to do a real quick tutorial kind of thing on how I make mine. There's a couple different tapes that I use. You can either use the super glue tape, you can use this kind of tape, the roll, you can use this, you can use double-sided adhesive. You can get the cheap stuff or the frugal stuff at the $1.25, $1.50 store. But this right here is the most important that I have found, and or this, which is the white tack that I got at the HL. I know everybody has a preference on the stores that they shop at, but this I can only find at like Walmart or something of that nature. I can't find this at a crafting store. And what I do is I take a piece of parchment. I take one of these. By the way, this channel is about diamond painting, cross stitch, gardening, canning, reading, and it's a all-around mixture of things. So I take, since I'm only going to do a partial one, I'm only going to take a half. Where's my good scissors? There we are. And you need a good pair of scissors in your hands. Okay. Take half of a piece of fun tack, blue tack. I've tried museum putty by itself. I've tried this stuff by itself. It doesn't work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, the knocking in the background is the hubs feeding the cats. Is basically a third, but see how much thicker that is than this. But it'll equal out, okay? And what you do is you pull this to about as long as this, and then you start pulling. And you pull. And you pull. And you pull. Lots of pulling. So if you have hand issues, if you want to strengthen your hands, this helps. I've had carpal tunnel surgery in my right hand, so I use this as kind of like a therapy if I'm having issues with that hand. So it's almost mixed together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it out a little bit. You can use your rolling pin. I'm just pulling it apart a little bit. Okay, now this is Gorilla Tape. So I'm going to take a piece of that and I'm going to stick it in there. And I keep a bag of stuff. Yes, there's a candy cane in there. But I keep a bag, of stuff. That way I know when I'm starting to get low. But it takes a long time to use putty. So, I have some Nurture Soap mica here, Cheshire Cat. I think this is a mixture. Yeah, this is like blackberry and something else. And Cheshire Cat. You don't have to add this, which I'm probably not, because it gets everywhere because it's such a fine powder. I've also got alcohol wipes to clean the scissors. Here's my other bags, or my other papers that I've done. So yeah, it's just however you want to do it. Stick that real good and then peel this off. And what you do is, if it's too sticky, you add cornstarch. So that's what I've read, watched. Lord. As I struggle with the freaking tape. There we go. That is stuck in there. It's stuck. Okay. So you fold over, okay, and then you pull. And you fold and you pull. And you rip. Because now what you're doing is you're breaking up that tape. Whichever one you want to use. I have used the super glue tape.
Ah, fishy people! Boy, hell. Bowser tried to use the cat pen.
Aww. Bowser's one of our little kittens.
He didn't quite make it. He only made it to the pad on the outside of it.
They're what, 4 weeks old?
3.5, 4, something like that.
Okay, so what you're gonna see is you're gonna see the chunks of glue. The tape. No, do not eat this.
Ah, fishy people!
So you just keep working. I'm gonna have to add some powder to it because it's really sticky. It's really humid here too, so that could be having something to do with it. Let me cut off a chunk of this real quick because I store my my putty in a piece of parchment. Okay. Hi, Mr. Tub Tubs. Okay. Thought that was dirt. It's like I washed my hands before this. And using gloves might work too. Yeah, you see it poofing? Yeah. This is what I use to make my soap, to color my soap.
I got tiramisu.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Go away, honey.
And they don't want to see that. They want to see this.
No.
This is yummy.
Nobody wants to see that, honey.
Bye.
My helpers are coming in now because Dad keeps coming in here and yeah. Now you just work it. Tear it, rip it. Because it'll start to heat up. Ouch. He thinks he's starving, but he isn't, I promise. He's a big boy. But you work. And you'll start seeing those little lumps of glue get smaller and smaller. But mine is never smooth. My putty is never smooth. Because I add the tape. You just clump it up. And then you work it back together. And all you're doing is just breaking up the tension of that. That is really sticky. Really, really sticky. Hi, babies. What are you doing in here, Frick? Or Frack? Oop, that's a little much. That is a little much. Okay. Just keep pulling. Ay. And any sticky that you feel, pick up that little bit of mica or your cornstarch. Cornstarch would probably work better. I've never tried the cornstarch. idea though. Oh, the thumbs. Clover, can you get off that, please? Clover. Okay. Hang on. Gotta wipe the sweat out of my eyes. Okay. I think that looks alright. Now what you're gonna do when you're done with this, you let it cool off because like I said, the friction on this, it's warm to the touch. But what you do is I'm gonna spread this out kind of thin. Okay. I have a little mini rolling pin, but I don't use it. Let me put all this stuff back because, yeah. Let's see, do I have a pen that's empty? No. No, I don't. Clover, don't you eat that plastic, baby. Alright. That won't flippin'... Yeah. It's been one of those days. It's just been one of those days. Okay. Grab out a 4-plate. Grab out that. I just saw my tweezers and now I can't find. Ay, ay, ay. Like I said, it's been one of those days. Okay, I'll throw it at myself. Okay. They say not to use tweezers in your metal tips because it's dangerous. Use at your own discretion. Don't do what I do. Okay. That's how I pull my tape out, is I just spin, 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 spin. Okay, so now to load this pin, I am going to take and I'm just going to wallow it around to where it's sticking through. You see where it's sticking through and pull it off. I'm going to push this down and I want to do it again. Okay. Okay, you can see that that's full now. On the other side, get a hold your... Oop, I popped a hole in the paper. I'm going to come just on the inside. Oh, there's a cat here, yay. Just on the inside of it to where I have a good pinch on it. And I'm just going to rock it around. Make sure it's not overlapping the sides. Make sure it's down in there. And you're loaded. That's all it takes. I'm going to fold this up. Make sure it doesn't dry out. I have, oops. Wrong bin. These little containers here. That, this is the stuff that I gave to some of my friends that I still have, you know, a pretty good bunch of it. And you can mash it. I'm just mashing it down in there. The way I have a color, you know, if I'm diamond painting, oh, nope, that ain't gonna work. Okay. If I'm diamond painting on a pink canvas or a black canvas, you know, I have a color that I made that's not going to, for one, break the bank, especially with shipping right now. Alright, hang on just a second, I'll get my diamond painting out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work down here real quick on 502, which is the double slash. awesome. He went and got me some ice for Mama's. Okay, so try the single placer out. There went the dogs. Now, the more pop you want, see how it's trying to bubble up or bubble out. Try to shove it back down in there. Because what you don't want is for it to overflow your pen, because it will pick up everything. Doesn't have a loud pop. The more glue you add, the louder the pop. In the way that I do it. But try. Do I have any fork? Try some multi-placing real quick. Just doing this to show y'all. Make sure you're cleaned off a little bit. Okay. There you go. Your putty is ready. And if it doesn't stick, sometimes if there's a, especially if you're using resin drill, sometimes there's concave bottom. Yeah, see, it only stick on the edges. So that's how I make my putty. It's just a lot of pulling. The more you pull, the more, you know, you get a color saturation and, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah. Normally it pops louder than this, but I do have fans and stuff going, so. Nope, wrong color. So that's how I do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you don't mind liking and subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to comment down below. This diamond painting is from Craftably. So I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys again later. Bye, y'all!